The 5th century BC Greece was at the height of its glory, but beneath the marble and the philosophy, a fracture was growing. On one side stood Athens, the master of the sea, a democracy fueled by imperial ambition. On the other stood Sparta, the lord of the land, a rigid oligarchy that feared Athens' rise. The historian Thucydides wrote that war was inevitable, not because of a single dispute, but because of fear. The growth of Athenian power struck terror into the hearts of Spartans. The trap was set. When the war began, Pericles, the great leader of Athens, had a plan. Do not fight Sparta on land. Stay behind the long walls and rely on the navy. It was a sound strategy until nature intervened. A mysterious plague struck the overcrowded city. It killed indiscriminately, rich and poor, strong and weak. 1/3 of the population perished. Even Pericles himself succumbed to the fever. With his death, reason was replaced by rage and strategy by demagoguery. After years of bloodshed, a fragile peace was established. But a new generation, led by the charismatic and reckless Alcibiades, craved glory. He seduced the assembly with a dream, the conquest of Sicily. It was an act of supreme hubris. Athens, unable to secure its own backyard, reached out to conquer an island hundreds of miles away. The fleet that sailed was the most magnificent Greece had ever seen. They sailed not towards victory, but towards their doom. The expedition was a catastrophe. Indecisive leadership and Spartan intervention turned the hunters into the hunted. In the great harbor of Syracuse, the pride of the Athenian navy was trapped and destroyed. The survivors were herded into stone quarries, left to die of thirst and exposure. Thucydides wrote, "They were beaten at all points and all together. All that they suffered was great. Fleet and army perished from the face of the earth. The flower of Athens' youth withered in a foreign land. Miraculously, Athens fought on for 9 more years. But the end was written. Enter Lysander, a Spartan admiral who possessed the cunning of a fox. At Aegospotami, he caught the Athenian fleet beached and unprepared. It was not a battle. It was an execution. With its navy gone, Athens was defenseless. Lysander blockaded the port. Grain supplies were cut off. The city that once ruled the waves was now slowly starving to death. In 404 BC, Athens surrendered. The Spartans did not burn the city, but they demanded the destruction of the long walls. To the music of flute players, the symbols of Athenian power were dismantled stone by stone. The Golden Age was over. The Peloponnesian War left Greece shattered, exhausted, and vulnerable. It stands as an eternal warning that even the brightest civilizations can be extinguished by their own ambition. As Thucydides reminded us, war is indeed a violent teacher, and it teaches a lesson we rarely remember.